not just wake up to Danielle Cohn's mom forcing her to sell feet pics for grown men just because they're running out of money. You know, I wish Danielle was the only one who got in some serious situation on the internet this week, because apparently Lorraine and Vinny Hacker are receiving backlash as well for hanging out with a racially insensitive TikToker, and y'all, even Addison's dad is getting dragged for sleeping with 2 other women. The tea is piping. So without further ado, let's jump right in. To be honest, I'm not gonna try and act like this is some sort of normal situation that we usually address about Danielle on my channel, because at this point, it's ridiculous that this poor girl is still being controlled by her own mother. I don't understand how everyone turns a blind eye whenever Danielle gets exploited by her mom, Jen, on social media. And the fact that Jen recently got sued by Danielle's ex-boyfriend, Mikey Tua, for exploiting her daughter says a lot, you guys. I would highly recommend watching my previous video for more information about this situation, but earlier last month, Danielle and her mom got in big trouble after Katie, aka Mikey Tua's mom, threatened that she will be putting Jen in jail pretty soon. And afterwards, Danielle's ex-manager came forward to confirm that he will be going to court with Jen to face legal issues, including Jen exploiting Danielle. The reason why these people sued Danielle and her mom, because they have all worked with Danny on and off on social media, and even Mikey himself saw tons of disastrous events going down between Danny and her mom, to the point where it made him traumatized and forced him to break up with Danny for good. I mean, it was obvious from the start that Danny was getting exploited by her mom ever since she started social media. In fact, there is tons of evidence that proves that Jen forced Danielle to lie about her age, post pictures with bikinis, and even own an OnlyFans page while still being under 18. This just shows how Danny's mother is incredibly toxic, especially when it comes to her daughter, since, well, people have caught Jen multiple times forcing Danielle to make loads of content daily just to pay for their rent. And the fact that they recently launched a beauty product that wasn't even FDA approved put their business at a very huge risk. It's just crazy how Jen has been trying to milk every piece of Danielle just to profit off of her hard work and keep Danny's money in her pockets. But I guess this is not an ending story, since they recently got called out for trying to sell pics of Danielle's feet for $200. Yeah, you guys, earlier this week, an anonymous account posted a conversation they had with Danny back in 2021, where they exchanged emails with each other asking to buy feet pics from Danielle, in which Danny herself offered to send feet pics of herself for $200. I can do feet stuff. Would 15 a pic be fine, or what were you thinking? You mean myself, Danny? This is Danielle. I usually get $200 a foot pic. Don't know why, but people love my feet. I don't know what you would want for something like this. I'm kind of new, but she got the cutest toes ever, so I'd be more than willing to do what's needed. The problem with this is that this conversation occurred 8 months ago, when Jen tried offering someone to buy a single picture of Danielle's feet for $200. And the fact that Jen pretended to be Danny blows my mind, since this has been the 3rd time Jen has gotten exposed for controlling her daughter's social media and pretending to be her. Now, of course, once these screenshots of Danny offering to sell feet pics went viral, a lot of people started contacting her mother about the situation and how insane it is for her to try and sell feet pics of Danny for grown men, while Danny being 16 at that time. And surprisingly, her mother responded with a very shocking reply, claiming that Danny was the one who was exchanging those emails instead of her, and that she hasn't sold any feet pictures of herself. Well, I don't think Danny has sold any feet pics, and even if she did, it's not nudity, so that's not bad. They are always gonna hate and say she is forced, even though it's her account. If that's to her email, she responds, "It not me, it was just set up as my name because she was a minor at the time." She said people have asked for her feet pics, but she never sent any. She wouldn't trust anyone on DMs or messages. One person sent her money before, and she said she refunded them back from her Cash App. I just showed her this, and she said it was a girl she refunded because she knew it was a hater asking. When she sent the money, she returned it. After this conversation went viral, a lot of people started attacking Jen for defending her daughter about selling feet pics while letting her be groomed by adult men on social media at a young age. Her mom is letting her be groomed. Yeah, her mom says she's not okay with it, but constantly forces it on her kid. B, she needs her rent paid. Your kid isn't a cash grab. She needs to be locked up. That's child exploitation. Danielle's mom has always been weird and has just been exploiting her since she was on Musical.ly just for money. Anyways, y'all, let's move on now to Lorraine and Vinny, who got attacked this week for hanging out with a problematic TikToker. I really have no idea how Larry and Vinny Hacker got canceled at the same time for being friends with a problematic TikToker. But But I guess TikTokers are getting way too comfortable now. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, well, I'm definitely referring to the TikToker Max Norman, who most of you guys probably know. And this TikToker, you guys, has been known on the internet for being close friends with Vinnie Hacker, as they usually hang out with each other a lot. But just recently, Max got called out by the entire TikTok community after an old video of him being racist to Mexicans went viral on the internet. Check this out. Imagine being this insensitive and stupid. Now, I do have some good and bad news for y'all. First, let's start off with the good news because yes, Max is getting attacked by thousands of people on social media for being racially insensitive towards Mexicans in his video. But the bad news is Vinnie Hacker is also getting called out for being guilty by association. Hear me out, I'm pretty sure this is totally not Vinnie's fault since he has probably never seen the racist video of Max before becoming close with him. Although I do want to point out how Lorraine and Jack Wright recently decided to keep their friendship with Max despite him getting exposed this week. Since, well, they all recently posted pictures with each other having a fun time at the beach during the backlash. This situation, you guys, caused Lorraine, Jack, and Vinnie to get jumped by tons of people on social media, as most people found it embarrassing for them to be hanging out with someone who was openly racially insensitive towards Mexicans on his TikTok account. They all very well aware of his actions too. Like, they most definitely ask him why his account banned. Social media is getting really embarrassing lately. Lorraine hanging out with someone problematic? Shocker. Anyways, y'all, let's end today's video with Addison Rae's dad, Monty, getting exposed for sleeping with 2 new women. You should probably watch my other videos to know what really went down with Addison Rae's dad and how he recently got exposed for cheating on his wife while sleeping with other girls and being in a relationship with one of them for 5 months. All of this information resurfaced suddenly this month on social media after multiple girls found the courage to share their experience with Monty to the entire world. And guys, even 2 new women decided to expose Monty this week for hanging out with them in bed. The reason why I find this very weird, you guys, is because Renee Ash, aka the girl Monty has been dating for 5 months, recently went on social media to expose Addison's dad for lying about being separated from Addison's mom. And y'all, she even went to news outlets and made tons of statements claiming that she feels sorry for Addison and her mom Sherry for having to deal with all of this. Guess who returned to Monty this week? Of course, none other than Renee Ash herself, after she went on Instagram to share pictures with Monty talking about how she appreciates him for being supportive and understanding. Appreciate those of you who have been supportive and understanding. I guess a lot of people were annoyed and disappointed with Renee Ash's manipulation tactics since she easily made herself look innocent while she was begging Monty behind the internet to get back with her. Here's what people had to say. Yeah, now she's victim carding herself at this point. She goes on about how she doesn't want things sent to her and everything, but here she is doing the most. She's sorry she got caught. She's not sorry she ruined a family. Hope karma does what's needed. Anyways, loves, make sure to watch my previous videos on these influencers by clicking on the tab right above.